Hello, welcome to the stream. Hey, Slime Boy, what PS4 notification are you talking about? Oh, that's weird. Maybe because... I think I turned it on, but it shouldn't have been playing. That is weird. Hold on. Maybe I don't... Maybe my sources are mixed up. No? It shouldn't have. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, hi. So yeah, it's time to finish this game, cause it's a story game. There's 5 chapters. I'm on chapter 5, and yeah, hopefully it's not gonna be bad, guys. I feel like it might be bad. Because I've made some mistakes so far, so... Oh, too loud.
From now on, whenever a human speaks to you, you will be able to read their current thoughts.
You take care of getting the lands. It's imperative. I'll take care of preparing our departure.
She has to pay for all the harm she's done to me.
Meanwhile, let us remain on our guard against any last-minute surprises. I know my brother well. He never prepares for war if he has no chance of winning.
Finding out that I'm a demon makes no difference.
I haven't come all this way just to fail so close to the goal.
If I'm asking you all these things, it's for your own good, you know.
You are keeping up the good work, I see. But I'm telling you, keep your guard up. Everyone is rather on edge right now.
Don't make me your competition, de Richet. You are no match.
Trust yourself. It's all already in there.
Wait, what? Oh, very cryptic.
My friends, here we all are. We are about to definitively shelve Lord Mortimer's absurd project regarding Louisiana. It will only take one of you to oppose it, and we have won. The vote is to be held shortly, so we must keep our guard up. I'm sure Mortimer's preparing something.
Don't worry, Sir Gregory. Nothing can stop us now.
Beware, Johann. We mustn't underestimate him. So, I'll ask you to return to your rooms and stay there until the conference. And if one of Mortimer's team comes knocking at your door, no matter what, do not open it under any circumstance. Don't give them the opportunity to manipulate you. Is that clear?
Understood.
Good. Right. Let us adjourn. Louis, stay on a moment.
Yeah,
if you would.
busy.
I need to speak to you.
It depends.
Yes. What can I do for you?
Who is
I've
in
known my
checkmate?
brother for a long time. I'm sure he has a plan. I'd like you to go and see each member of our group and make sure they remain loyal.
Do you think my father's going to try to turn some of them to his side?
Turn them or get rid of them, I don't know. One thing's for sure. I doubt William will give up without a fight. He'll try something. I'll keep him busy while you check on all of our group. Can I trust you?
Of course.
If there is a traitor in our group, find out who it is, Louis. Find them, then come back and let me know. I'll deal with them personally. I want a landslide victory. I want to teach William a lesson and bring that ridiculous Godoy back over. Now that you've persuaded him to switch to Mortimer's side, it would be preferable to bring him back quickly. We'll still need him, and I don't want him going down with Mortimer.
Very well. It will be done. I'll go now.
Thank you, Louis. See you in a while.
Okay, so, geez, this is all very complicated. Because I'm gonna try to. I think the idea is that I want to stop both of them. I'm not sure if that'll work. Can't manage that. Is that okay? Oh, just things on the ground, alright. Okay, so, oh yeah, he said to go to their room, sorry. So that should make people easy to find for once.
All right. I've retrieved everything. Chronicles of the Amber Princess. As I recall, Dorkin was my favorite character.
Sorry, Greg, you can just take some of your stuff here. Alright, fine. Well, I mean, it's kind of possible that I'm the traitor. Because I don't want either of them to suspect. And I don't. I wouldn't think that any of the other three are. Yeah, it kind of is. I don't think the other three are traitors. But I'm going to try
So Jacques Perru?
and possibly change them over. If I get that choice. I'm kind of thinking that since I'm on this side, I can convince them to go to the other side. And then I also go to the other side, so William wins. And then a fight
Duke Manuel Godoy.
ensues, and they take care of each other. And then that's how I win, by getting them to defeat each other. Hopefully, that's kind of the plan. I'm not sure if that's what can happen or what will happen, but I hope. The story is wild like that. Yeah, let's see if I can actually pull it off, guys. I have not been too good at this.
Don Quixote. Talking without thinking is like shooting without taking aim. You have to think about that one.
Monsieur Bonaparte. Ah, excuse me, I was expecting someone else.
Mr. Godoy, do you have a moment?
Your timing's awkward, Dorishi. I'm expecting someone. I haven't time. Please leave me.
Very well. I won't insist.
Looks like he only wants to speak to Bonaparte. I know what I have to do if I want to speak to him.
Oh, jeez. You might have to... No, I don't think killing is an option. That would be... That'd be pretty crazy. I mean, it sure would make things go a lot quicker. That's for sure. So, wait, my room, isn't it? Maybe sure, yeah. Okay, so I'll talk to the cardinal.
Your Eminence?
Oh, Louis. What can I do for you?
Not too nervous about the conference?
Even if I add Lord Mortimer's reaction into the equation, I must admit, I don't know how we can lose. It will only take one of us to vote against his project, and the idea will be definitively dropped.
Knowing Mortimer, I wouldn't be surprised if he still had a few tricks up his sleeve.
You are thinking about something?
I was just wondering, exactly how long have you known Lord Mortimer?
Well, what are you suggesting, Louis? Are you losing your mind or what?
You haven't answered the question.
You refuse to play at this game. And I'll ask you to stop making such inappropriate assumptions. I might well have known Lord Mortimer for a very long time, but we have never mixed business interests with our personal affections.
Fine. No need to get upset, Your Eminence. It was just a question.
Well,
Alright then.
your question is wrong.
Understood. On that note, if you don't mind, I'll be going, Your Eminence.
Perfecto. Please do.
Oh, that didn't go well. Oh wait, there. Walner and... Where am I? Wait, where's... Oh, jeez. Yep, back the way I came. There's something... That's fine. I mean, the card Lord knows he's usually nervous. I guess he was too taken aback by what I had to say. By my implications.
Monsieur Bonaparte.
Louis, do you want something?
Yes, for you to test the Duke's loyalty, since he'll only speak to you.
Well,
Whatever it is, I haven't the time. The conference will shortly begin, and I want to be focused. Sorry. Come back and see me afterwards.
I see I haven't much choice.
Seeing as Godoy will only talk to Bonaparte, and Bonaparte will talk to no one, I have no other choice but to borrow his body. Nothing personal here, Napoleon.
Look, I'm sorry. This conference is of utmost importance to me, and I should like to be prepared for it.
Concentrate, Louis.
You don't mind if I sit down, do you?
I don't want to fall flat on my face when my spirit passes inside you.
No, I don't think you've understood, de Richet.
Link into his thoughts, Louis. Come on.
I said I did not want to be disturbed.
That's it. I sense something.
What word in leave me alone do you not understand?
Come on, just keep going and get inside his mind. Now!
Too bad for you. You can't say that I haven't. Thank you very much for the loan of this body, monsieur.
Right. Let's not waste any more time, Louis. Godoy is waiting.
My Lord Duke, my apologies for being late.
What? A Frenchman who apologizes? Decidedly. My stay here has never ceased to uncover surprises. So, have you any more information about de Richet?
What do you mean?
Are you joking? We agreed you would check to see if de Richet really has changed sides.
Oh, that. Yes, indeed. It appears that he's been brought over to Sir Gregory's side.
Traitor! He pushed me into turning against Sir Gregory to finally follow him himself.
There are fewer of us than on the first vote. How do you expect to win all the votes? It's getting worse and worse.
Damn it! We are ruined. Don't you think Lord Mortimer has a last-minute plan?
I think he's pretending to have a plan, just to save face. But really, the game is over. He will never be able to persuade all of Holmes' supporters.
If that is the case, I am voting for Holmes as well.
I think you are right, my Lord Duke.
After all, Sir Gregory was my first choice.
Exactly. But until then, not a word to anyone for safety's sake. I think it's preferable.
Yes, you're right. And we'd better not stay together. Someone might see us.
Good luck, my Lord Duke.
Likewise.
Okay, well, this isn't going as I planned, but something is coming together, I guess. And it's also possible that if Mortimer loses, he'll, like, go on the attack and
It's time to get going.
can do something that way. I know the spear is going to come into play at some point. Which really worries me because I'm still not sure I chose the right spear. And so that could be bad. That could be very bad. Volner. Alright. Which direction was he? This way, right? Okay. Dangerous liaisons, yeah, I'll say. Von Waldner, good.
Why is his study in such a mess? Looks like Volner's planning something. What a mess. Looks like Volner was interrupted. Looks a lot like straw. And he's drawn something in a hurry on this sheet. I get the feeling that I've seen that somewhere before.
Wait.
Yes, it's definitely a drawing of the Lock of Al-Azif. Volner must have kept a copy. Straw on his desk, as if to protect something fragile. Yes, someone must have packed something away here. A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart. Chemistry set. That's not surprising coming from Von Volner. Amber. Golden elixir. What a mess. Looks like Volner was interrupted.
Jeez. What? Johan, I know you're trying to find out what happened to Elizabeth. It's getting out of hand now. Your escapade on the continent cost me enough as it is. I know it hasn't been easy for you leaving Elizabeth confined in her room for a month so she doesn't bump into Sarah. But to run away without warning, I had to lie to cover you, Johan. Like as if you arrived separately, only a few days ago, and persuade William to do the same with his guests. I demanded you come to your senses and take hold of yourself. I asked you to fetch something so we can get it off the island, not for to study it in the vain hope of acquiring power. It won't give you any answers, let me be clear on that. And most we run the risk of losing it again. So for the last time, please go and leave it at the agreed place. I can confirm that someone will pick it up immediately. Agree. The agreed
Table
place.
of alchemical symbols. Someone circled the zinc symbol.
What a mess. Looks like Volnor was interrupted. Looks a lot like straw. And he's drawn something in a hurry on this sheet.
Oh, it's strapped for the item, okay. Well... Oh, wait, there was another on the floor.
A blotter. And apparently it's been used recently. I wonder what Volnor was going to write. It's smudged. It's not all legible. I can make out the signature though and leave as if planned It's illegible. Let's see if I can find a solution in Volnor's things here. Given his interest in alchemy, I wouldn't be surprised if I found something that revealed what's written somewhere in his room.
A
Table of alchemical symbols. Someone circled the zinc symbol. A chest locked with a four-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Okay.
What a mess. Looks like Volnor was interrupted.
Okay, so how am I supposed to... There, no, it doesn't say, alright. Oh, hello.
Just close.
Let's see. A simple toiletry case? Never mind.
Okay, so where am I
What a
supposed
mess.
to go?
Looks like Volnor was interrupted. Looks a lot like straw. And he's drawn something in a hurry on this sheet. I get the feeling that I've seen that somewhere before. I've seen occult inscriptions like this before. They're not very common. As a matter of fact, I've only seen them once before, around the Lock of Al-Azif.
Okay, so I guess if I don't work. Or am I just supposed to consume all those points?
What a mess. Looks like Volnor was interrupted. Landing stage. Landing stage. Right. So Volnor is going to leave Al-Azif at the landing stage by the pier.
Right to the pier. Which I mean kind of makes sense, cause the only like outside places are the garden and the pier, so probably could have just walked there and seen if that was the case. Yeah, it's an interesting like story and concept, and it's good. It is good for a playthrough. I don't know if I would play it a second time. But it is really interesting.
Looks like the barrel's been broken for quite some time.
So no one picked up any of the
A sack of seeds.
like
It's an
luggage
open.
here.
No one seems to have used any. What is... Yes! Yes! At last I found it! Al-Azif! Well, you gotta admit, you did give us a run for our money. Huh? What? A page has been torn out.
Okay, but no sign of owner, so now what?
A lantern. Nothing special.
Wait,
Some rope.
the rope, right? Okay.
Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time.
Wait, so where's this supposed to be? I didn't know he was holding a spear or like lightning or whatever, because that's Zeus. Very imposing, very striking image. Okay, let's see if the servant
What
knows
can I
what's
do
going
for
on.
you, sir? I am at your service, day and night, sir.
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
That's not what I want
Of
to
course,
ask.
sir. What would you require?
What can you tell me about the guests?
Do excuse me, sir, but I am bound by discretion to say nothing about Lord Mortimer's guests, sir. Perhaps would like to know something else?
Okay, so... Oh wait, that's a different symbol. Because that kind of looked like the symbol that's in the title of the game, but it's different from the symbol on the LSD, which I don't know if either of those are significant, but very well. Anyways, I need to find Fulner. Where was? Oh wait, the small salon. Right, that's where Gregory was. Okay. Okay, I'll just check in the dining hall because a lot of people just seem to hang out in the dining hall when they're not where they should be.
Ah, Louis. Come closer. I'm warming myself up.
All right.
I was unfortunate enough to step outside and now I'm freezing.
I wonder what he's been doing outside. Something to do with what Holm asked of him, maybe. He's back from the landing stage. Damn. He must have gone to deposit Al-Aziz for someone to pick up.
So, tell me, my friend, what can I do for you?
And this is the scumbag that tried to poison me.
Oh fuck my life.
Oh. Are you insane? What's the matter with you?
Shut your mouth.
But
Next time you want to attack someone, at least have the courage to do it to their face.
Really? I thought you preferred poisoning people while they were unconscious.
His Eminence couldn't hold his tongue. I see. I knew I should have gotten rid of the old codger. I should have known he would give me away. I'll get him.
I think you're forgetting whose house you're in. Please. Lord Mortimer will never let you harm one of his guests. Not under his own roof.
Well, that didn't do anything for checking his loyalty. I mean, like, I guess he's as loyal as he was before. He just doesn't like me, I'm sure. Okay. So, living room, which would be... where? mean, does it mean here? Do they mean the salon? Like, help me out here, game. These are all the guest quarters. That's, yeah, Mortimer's office. I think there is a table here. Ooh, a coin.
This is Cersei.
Okay then. Oh, that. Alright, okay. It's mom. Okay, so it's just back here where it started.
Ah, Louis. I was getting impatient. So, tell me, have you been able to speak to everyone?
Absolutely.
More or less.
Did you find a traitor in our midst? Any news of Piaggi?
You can count on him.
As always. What's your opinion of Duke Manuel?
I wouldn't trust him.
Right. So that's your intuition. And von Volner? What's your feeling about him?
He's thoroughly committed to your cause, without a shadow of a doubt.
I never doubted him, but best to be sure. Thank you, Louis, for all this information. I only hope what you say is right. The consequences could be horrific.
That is what we were
Oh, I like
likely
the
to
sound
see.
of that.
William has moved his pieces. If that's how it is, it's my turn now.
What are you going to do?
Show him that I am not going to be outdone. Prepare yourself. It won't be long before the conference begins. There's just enough time to briefly go over it once more with my guests. Let us meet in the conference room when the time comes.
Yeah, it would have been. It would have been like a good attempt to accuse Volner of being a traitor, but since he's
So, do we
obviously
agree?
in
Agree.
Gregory's
Let's
confidence,
return to our
that
places
wouldn't
now.
work.
You're right.
What were they talking about?
Louis, a moment of your time, please.
Yes, monsieur. What can I do for you?
I would like you to hear me out without interrupting. It's in your interest. You are in a perilous situation, and I want to avoid you becoming a laughingstock.
That's very kind of you.
In actual fact, all of Sir Gregory's team is working for Mortimer. If you vote for Holm, Mortimer will never forgive you. And I can assure you that he is taken down far tougher than you.
Are you threatening me?
Not me, Louis. But you are the only one who hasn't turned against Sir Gregory. Join us. Vote with us if you do not want to feel the wrath of Mortimer alone.
Is that all?
That's all, yes. I just wanted to warn you. Now you are free to vote where your conscience leads you. Good luck.
So, he's the one who's been persuading them all to turn back. I just gotta hope that Holmes managed to pull off his conjuring trick. Otherwise, Bonaparte's right. I'll be the only one voting against Mortimer, and therefore the only one to face the consequences.
My friends, here we are at last, gathered together to close this conference. I would first of all like to thank you all for making the time to be here and lend your services. Gregory, I believe I may speak for both of us when I say that we are honored by your presence here.
You are perfectly right to do so, William. thank you for putting your faith in us and for coming here to participate in this conference. Thank you for helping us to make the best decisions. And I especially want to thank you, William, for perfectly hosting us at your home during these past several days.
I'm not sure all the guests would agree to that. In any case, Holm doesn't seem to be himself.
Duchess Hillsborough will also not be voting. The poor woman has suffered a lot of upheaval lately. As she was feeling quite poorly, she apologizes, but she preferred to return to the continent.
The Duchess? I hope it's nothing serious.
Don't worry, Mr.
Nothing,
President.
just
I
dead.
had someone escort her. The Duchess simply needs rest, and now she is in good hands.
I must say, Sir Gregory, you are beset by bad luck.
Indeed. One would think that I am hounded by ill fortune.
Good. I think we can begin. You will vote in turn on the question that interests us today. Are you for or against the transfer of ownership of Louisiana from Spain to France? Duke Manuel?
Against.
Your Eminence?
For.
But
Gregory, please. Monsieur Napoleon?
For.
Mr. von Volner?
For...
what?
Gregory, please refrain from interrupting the voting. You know the rules, brother. President Washington?
For...
Finally, Monsieur de Richet. What is your vote?
My turn.
I vote for.
And while they were eating, he said, "Truly, I tell you, one of you will betray me."
The votes are now cast. So you were not won over by my project. That hurts.
I warned you. You didn't want to listen to me.
Never mind. It will still come to pass.
Traitor! What have you done? You are obliged to respect your word. That is the rule.
The time of conferences is over, dear brother. Let us abandon all this charade.
You don't have the right. What have you done to me?
What have I done? Nothing, Gregory. You did it yourself. A word of advice. In the future, that is, if you have one, don't drink someone else's cup of tea without checking what's in it.
Father,
Oh my god.
what happened?
Sir Gregory, what's the matter? William, what have you done?
Not now.
You are mad, William. Father will punish you for this.
He will probably try, unless I get to him first.
But I cannot die.
No, you cannot die. You are, however, losing all sense of reason, as well as all your special abilities.
What did I drink?
Can't you guess? There are but few things that can have such an effect on such as we. You would know that if you ever ventured even a little way off of Father's beaten track.
Revenge!
Oh, no, my dear Gregory. You will not be taking any revenge. You will die stupidly, alone, enclosed in that rather withered body.
Help me!
After several centuries of near absolute power, here you find yourself on your hands and knees, hoping in vain that someone is going to help you.
Yeah, for sure.
Tell me, what does that feel like? Never happened to me. Can't be good. You cannot leave your body. You cannot project yourself elsewhere. You cannot even contact Father. Go ahead. But you are my brother. So I ask you to remember that all this is your own fault. And I want you to understand I get absolutely no pleasure out of it. Well, very little. Swine! A new order is born today, brother. Enough of Father's hegemony. After all these years of servitude, I can finally stand up and oppose it. You chose to serve him, whatever his excesses. Now it's up to you to face the consequences of that choice.
Matt, I am stronger than you.
Oh. Let's see.
What? But... What on earth is happening? Am I dreaming or...
Louis, it's me, Gregory. Listen, we don't have much time.
But where are we?
Louis, I brought us here. You must act swiftly. I can't hold out for long. William has poisoned me. He must have used the blood of a former demon. I am no longer able to enter the body of someone else. The poison is gnawing away at me from the inside. I'm going to die, Louis.
But where are we?
In the ether. What you see is not real. It's only a mental projection created by my spirit. I'm occupying William's spirit at the moment, but I'm not going to be able to keep it up forever. Join me, Louis. Otherwise, all will be lost.
Yes. Yes, I'll join you.
Find a way. Hurry.
I must find them quickly.
Beneath your compassion, we take refuge, O Mother of God.
I sense that something is happening, but I could no longer move.
Dear God, if I lose the war against France, I will be doomed.
History will remember me, and the sacrifices I made.
I deserve a great destiny, and I will let nothing, nor no one, stand in the way of my dream.
Oh, that's weird.
Help me. Is anyone there? I'm all alone.
Emma? What on earth?
We only wanted to play. We didn't mean any harm.
She sounds like a little girl talking. It's me, Louis.
Oh, I know someone called Louis, but he abandoned me too.
What on earth is wrong with her? It seems like her spirit has regressed. What are you doing here?
I was playing.
And who were we playing with?
With my sister, but I can't find her.
Tell me, Emma, is Emily here too?
Emily is always here, but she makes fun of me. She keeps hiding in the shadows to make me scared. And I get scared then. I don't want to follow her in. I'm all on my own now.
Oh man, what can I do? Poor thing seems completely lost.
Everything is fine. Emma, don't worry. Everything's going to be all right. You'll see. I'm here now. Dry your tears.
You aren't going to abandon me?
No, don't worry. You're not alone.
Thank you, sir.
Tell me now, what happened with Emily?
We had a fight. She was always wanting me to hide, I think. But I don't want to play at hide and seek anymore.
Do you know why she always wanted to keep on playing?
The one who wins becomes the princess, and it's never me who wins. But I want to be a princess too.
Okay. And you like playing with your sister?
Of course, she's my sister.
And do you love your sister?
Yes, but sometimes she gets on my nerves.
But you wouldn't want her not to play with you anymore, would you?
Of course not.
It would be good if you could both play at being a princess together, at the same time, wouldn't it?
Together?
Yes, each with your own stories.
Oh, yes, that would be good. And we would have extraordinary adventures, and we could speak about them together, and I miss her so much.
Emma? Is that you?
It's all your fault. If you and your mother hadn't come here, all this would never have happened. You're all the same. You're the one, Louis. You're the one who assassinated me. You should be proud of yourself. You finished what your mother started.
Emma, don't be like...
Leave me alone. I don't need you.
Don't take it like...
Leave me. Leave me alone. Scum! Bastards! I'll get you back. You've all manipulated me. I'll make you all pay. All of you.
That's not like... I'm the one that got your sister.
What am I doing here now? Nothing seems real.
You're nothing but a coward.
What a bunch of amateurs you are. Please, keep calm.
What on earth is going on here? I don't understand a thing.
Louis, don't waste any time. Appease them. My thoughts are becoming confused. Help me. Be quick.
Yes, not a minute to lose.
Don't know what that means. Hurry.
Whatever happens, I trust him, and only him. I must take the book back to him.
Oh.
I need to keep an eye on them.
I have to protect my sister. Help me, Louis.
I won't let him attack his brother.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
He wants to isolate me again.
Stay with me, Louis. We must take Al-Azif back from him.
Okay, so...
God damn it. I don't understand a thing. I'm doomed.
I can count on my father and my son to defend me. Yes. But will they make it in time?
I won't let him attack his brother.
That's not really Elizabeth, it's another demon who wants to protect home from Mortimer. On a symbolic level, he should be placed between the two of them.
I have to protect my sister. Help me, Louis.
Okay, so... Okay, alright, I think... Okay, so it's...
God damn it. I don't understand a thing. I'm doomed.
Emma is completely lost. She needs to be close to her sister. As for Emily, well, she no longer trusts anyone. Apart from me, that is. I have to stay by her side.
Stay with me, Louis. We must take Al-Azif back from him.
There we go, alright.
Looks like I've succeeded. They've all disappeared.
Louis, it's worked. But don't waste any time.
Yes, I'm coming.
At least as soon as I found the exit.
Okay, but why did it work? Because that was weird. And... it's always getting very... strange.
my own sister. I should have left her to die when the Tsarina caught her. I really am so stupid. It was obvious that she would betray me one day. That bitch.
Emily?
Louis? Louis! Who on earth is... Louis, where are you? I can't see you.
In front of you, Emily. She can't see me?
Louis, are you dead too?
It's complicated.
I thought Emma killed you.
Oh, yes, that's right. She still doesn't know everything I found out. I understand that it must be difficult to forgive her, but if you think about it, salvation won't be found in anger, Emily.
It's all so unfair, Louis.
A part of me does understand her actions.
To hell with good intentions.
On the contrary, I believe now is the perfect time to decide how you want to live your life. In bitterness or in peace.
Well.
Think about it, Emily.
But I thought, how is it that you are here? Can you move around?
I'm going to have to be a bit blunt here, Emily. You'll have to excuse me, but it's quite baffling. Mortimer and Holm are age-old spirits who can change bodies.
What?
They're demons.
Louis, are you feeling all right?
And I am one too.
Louis, you don't seem very well at all.
Because William Mortimer is my father. And he's yours too. Yours and Emma's. He's bestowed certain powers on me. Like how to read a human mind. And even how to control it. Look, I know it's a lot to take in. Are you alright?
Yes. Actually, no. How do you expect me to feel? It would be easier if you told me you'd simply lost your mind, or even that I've lost my mind, which would at least make some sense. If only something inside me didn't vibrate at the sound of your words.
I'm not making it up, Emily. You've got to believe me.
And where are we then?
In the ether, I think. Think of it as a psychic dimension.
Oh, well, that explains it then. Do you have any more bedtime stories like that?
Well, you are dead.
Yes, of course I am. I should have known. Ask a stupid question.
Yes, I know, Emily. It's hard to believe, but even if it seems insane, I assure you that it's all true.
We are dead, and we're talking in the ether.
Well, not exactly. You see, I'm not dead.
What? But if you are here without being dead, then there must be a way out. Help me, Louis. I am begging you, help me.
I'd rather be honest, Emily. I'm not going to make any false promises here.
But, Louis, please.
I'm sorry.
You can say that because you're not the one who's stuck here.
Adieu, Emily. Adieu.
No! No, don't abandon me, Louis! Louis? Help! Don't leave me! Louis! Louis! Come back!
I must be quick.
My memories. I'm losing my sense of who. Louis? Are you there?
Yes. Yes, I'm here.
Pick up the thread of my thoughts, Louis. Of my memories. Make haste!
And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily? And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea. He allowed me to bring Emily back again to this conference. France, so much effort, so much wasted time. France, so much effort, so much wasted time.
Dang it, I had something.
It was a trap right from the start. I recalled Sparta. And when Elizabeth disappeared, He feeds Louis, and I continue to see nothing.
So Holmes seems certain that Mortimer's been using me, but I get the impression that he's only had this vision recently. It's one of the last ones he had.
I recalled Sparta. I recalled Sparta, of my exchanges back then with my brother. I did everything in my power to avoid the Peloponnesian War, but he wouldn't listen. He always wanted more. Father wasn't gentle with William back then, shutting him in the body of Pericles for 8 years, and reducing Athens and its cursed democracy to its knees. It was a trap right from the start.
This.
Ah, Charles Francois. What an adventure.
He's talking about Charles Francois d'Angennes and Françoise d'Aubigné. They were contemporaries of Louis XIV. This has nothing to do with what brought Holm here. I had to look somewhere else.
Dear Countess Dunolstein, what a pity you disappointed me.
I heard about this story. The Countess was apparently an acquaintance of Sir Gregory, but this has nothing to do with what's happening at the manor. I can put that one to the side.
Dear Countess Dunolstein, what a pity you disappointed me.
Okay, then so if I can disregard some.
He allows me to bring Emily back again to this conference. He's coming! France, so much effort.
Analysis is correct, but there's no link to what interests me here. Previous conference? That's when Mortimer started putting his plan into action. That's how this whole thing began.
At the previous conference 3 years ago, I'm sure he already knew I would bring
This is
the
the
Hillsborough
first event that brought Holm here. Oh yeah, I'm on the right track.
France, so much effort, so much wasted. He allowed me to bring again to this conference. He allowed me to bring Emily back again to this conference, supposedly to find her sister, whereas Emma hadn't even disappeared yet. The poor wretch was shot as her sister was setting foot on the island. I should have understood that earlier. And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea. He allowed me to bring Emily back again to this conference, supposedly to find
I'm on the right track here.
Hey, welcome back. I'm just doing, well, a lot of weird stuff is, yeah. Yeah, things are very weird right now.
And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily? Louis de Richet, his son. He brings his 4 children together, and even then I didn't react.
This is about my arrival, as well as Emily's. There must be an earlier memory that talks about my sisters.
And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily?
I'm getting closer to him.
A lot happened. Oh well, right after the conference, I got pulled into the ether, and
the cherry on the cake
now
is I drank
stuff is weird.
The blood that Mortimer used is deadly poison for a demon. Holm won't survive it. Oh, it's over for him. He's finished.
And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea.
This memory is important, but it's as if there's something missing. There must be an order to this.
What's the... Oh, it's the other one.
His children are gathered together? Yes? Here?
So, like, Gregory, the one that's dying, like,
France.
basically,
So much wasted.
in his thoughts, kind of. And
I
just...
recall Sparta.
Wait, is this something?
When Elizabeth disappeared,
Elizabeth's presence was crucial for Holm. If she was still here, he'd still be alive. This memory is important without a shadow of a doubt. It took place after my arrival with Emily and Cardinal Biaggi, but well before I found out the truth about my nature.
He cut me off from our father, and I didn't say a word. And
One
when
more.
Elizabeth disappeared, I recalled Sparta.
Yes, I
Can't hold out.
Okay, so it should be this next one. And then the next one will lead me to the crypt, where he's gonna be, I think.
And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily?
I... Guess not.
France, so much wasted time. I recall Sparta.
Oh, it's all the way over there. I think that's breaking it.
He stuffed his poor son with an occult knowledge that we...
Getting to the end here.
Be quick! I recall Sparta. It was a trap right from the start. France, so much wasted. Come to me. And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea. He trapped me. He poisoned me to stop me from being able to leave this body. He cut off all communication with Father and brought his children here. How could I not have seen it earlier? He's going to absorb me. The traitor! No one can stop him now. Hurry, Louis. I absolutely must see you before it's too late. If you have managed to follow my thoughts, come to me. Quickly!
Yeah, I'm very interested to see where this is going. Oh, okay.
Louis, hurry! He's coming!
What's happening?
I can sense him. He's here. He's trying to get inside me, Louis. William has completely lost his mind. He's getting ready to pull out all the stops. He's going to devour my mind, Louis. I'm not going to be able to stop him.
Louis, you are here. I sense your presence.
What? But he can't even see me.
Congratulations, my son. You have succeeded in joining us.
Louis, don't let him draw you in there. You are signing your death warrant if you decide to follow him. I won't be there to protect you.
It's over, my son. We have won. A new order can be born.
Louis, I'm so weak. I can feel him entering. I can no longer keep him out. He's coming.
He's here.
I can. Can you see him?
He's here. He's coming closer to you.
Where? Louis. I don't want to just disappear. He's inside my mind. I can feel him crushing me.
He's just in front of you.
I'm so sorry, brother. There's nothing you can do to stop me now. You made your choice, and you have lost.
I was wrong about him from the very beginning. He's mad. He must be stopped. You can still do something, Louis. Don't let him get away with all this so easily. I implore you.
Look at yourself, Uncle. You're just as bad as he is. Despite being centuries old, despite all the wisdom you should have acquired, I don't believe in you. Nor do I believe in him. You can count on me to do my utmost so that neither of you will succeed in your plans.
You can be so stupid. As for me, I won't be around much longer. So if you want to stand the slightest chance against him, at least make sure you are armed, Louis.
What do you mean?
The lance, Louis. Have you got the lance?
I think I do.
It's over, brother. Don't fight it.
You will be punished for this.
Perhaps, but you won't be there to see it, will you?
You will be punished.
Oh, who? Oh, what?
Where am I?
It's all right, son. Don't panic. It's over.
I'm back? Where are the guests?
I invited them to go up to their rooms. They're resting. Don't worry.
Gregory?
You should have chosen your allies better, my son.
You mean you planned to get rid of him since the beginning?
For years, Louis. Come now. Would I really have risked everything at such a one-sided conference without having a trump card up my sleeve?
But what about the conference rules?
To hell with the rules. From now on, I'm only following my own rules. Things are going to change, you'll see. However, I expect you to stop your childish games and follow me. I gave you time to find your feet with Gregory, but things are going to get serious now, and I expect a little more loyalty from you.
What did you do to him?
I devoured his soul.
But I didn't see you use the Holy Lance.
Indeed not. I didn't need to. Can't you guess how I did it? The Lance of Longinus is just a vessel, Louis. It could have been any object that had the blood of Christ on it. The blood of an ancient, more precisely. But I didn't need the blood of an ancient. You see, I have been in dear Lord Mortimer's physical body for longer than my brother has been in Sir Gregory Holmes. Therefore, I am an ancient, Louis.
What happened in the ether?
I surpassed him.
What do you mean you surpassed him?
I made sure he was poisoned by my blood before our little chat. Remember the cup of tea in the dining room? I wagered that Gregory simply wouldn't be able to let it get cold. Old habits do die hard.
You put your blood in your tea?
And he put the hangman's rope round his own neck. Ironic, isn't it? Unable to extract himself from his physical body, it didn't take much time for me to absorb him. In any case, what's done is done. I'm going to rest in the dining room. Join me there when you're ready. The time has come to end this little antisocial gathering.
No doubt about it. This family is rotten to the marrow. I did right not to trust them. Right. All I have to do now is confront Mortimer.
Yes, Fine. You can't go outside, okay? I don't know why. Ooh, coin.
Right. Now's the time to join Mortimer. I won't be able to go back after...
What else there is to do?
Here we go.
Ah, there you are at last.
Excuse me, Sir Gregory's death...
Must have upset your plans. Yes, I should think so, given that you gave him your allegiance. But I did warn you to choose sides carefully.
But you didn't tell me you were planning to kill him, you snake. You wish to speak to me?
Yes, but before we begin, I would like you to give me back the Holy Lance, please. Now that Gregory is gone, you won't be needing it anymore, and I prefer to put it back in its place.
I no longer have it. Didn't Monsieur Bonaparte give it back to you?
No. So, the rascal stole it from you, did he?
It's not something I'm proud to admit, but yes. He thought I was trying to rob you, and that it would compromise the conference.
How typical of him. This conference will have been one of the most eventful I've ever known.
I'll just have to take your word for it.
Before I get to why we're here, you must know that I've been watching you very closely over these past few days. I won't hide the fact that I was disappointed that you did not succeed in saving Jacques Peroux. You handled that situation very badly. As far as the door of my crypt is concerned, it is a pity that you lost your hand while trying to open it. You committed a serious mistake in proving unable to tell your sisters apart, causing the death of the most promising of the two. I won't lie to you, I was surprised and above all disappointed when I found out you had tried to discredit me with His Holiness by writing a letter to the Papal States.
Damn it. He found out.
But the important thing is that you escaped the worst with Volner, because he could kill you when you were in the guise of Piaget.
Yes, it was a bit touch and go.
Which leads me to a chat about what I envisage for you now. You are the chosen one, Louis. The one I've been waiting for all this time.
Thank you,
We are going to be able to become one.
I don't quite follow you.
Be proud of yourself, son, for you are the one I have chosen to be my next mortal coil.
But what about me? Am I imagining things, or did he just tell me to my face that he's going to eat me?
Unfortunately, no, you won't survive the transfer. But I want you to know that I only select my bodies from my own children, and that you are the one who has impressed me most.
Well,
it's far
shit.
from being my first time, as you can imagine. I didn't think it was possible to find a more promising son than dear Augustus. You can be very proud of yourself.
Wait a second, hang on. Do you realize what you're saying? Are you insane?
Oh, come, my son. Let's not end everything on a bad note, please.
Son of a bitch! He's not going to get away with this so easily. I must make him get closer to me.
Come now, don't complicate things.
Wait, I have something else you want.
Well, look at that. You found it. Decidedly, you are very resourceful, Louis. You impress me right up to the very last. For Al-Azif, I am willing to get closer. Oh, no! Congratulations, my son. You had a backup plan.
Well, I did learn from the best.
What a pity you got the wrong lance.
Oh, fuck.
Shit. Leave me.
Fuck. I should have used the nail. Fuck.
Von Volner tightened his political and spiritual grip on King Frederick William. On the death of the king in 1797, Johann retired with his wife to his country estate in order to continue his work on his theological and alchemical thesis. Manuel Godoy's close relationship with Napoleon enabled him to claim a part of Portugal, as well as the protection of France upon the fall of the kingdom. He died in the company of his beloved mistress Pepita after recovering all his titles and properties. Napoleon Bonaparte continued his political and military rise until his self-proclamation as emperor. His excessive ambition would cost the lives of 1,700,000 Frenchmen and leave France poorer and weaker than ever before. Deported and imprisoned by the British on St. Helena Island, he died on the 5th of May, 1821, as an exile to general indifference. During his second term, George Washington had to deal with a number of rebellions. He enraged public opinion by building close diplomatic links with Great Britain, which forced him to give up a third term in office. He retired to his country estate until his death, without being able to implement the annexation of the highly coveted Louisiana Territory. His Eminence Piaggi paid dearly for disobeying His Holiness over his vote at the conference. It was consequently decided to withdraw him from diplomatic and political decision-making within the Papal States. It was rumored that his great age got the better of him, and he was sent to end his days in a Tuscan monastery, where he died 2 years later. Sarah de Richet threw herself from the Pont des Arts into the River Seine before a crowd of dumbfounded bystanders just a few days after her son's return to Paris. He spoke of his aging mother's recent depression and took over the running of the Golden Order, whose expansion was rapid. Nothing more was ever heard of Lord Mortimer. His sudden disappearance was a topic of conversation in the European courts, but only for a few months.
That ended poorly. Like I said I would. Fuck. I should have used the nail. God damn it. But I was so sure I had the right lance. I was... it was my hubris. I was so sure I was right. I was just... Well, that was disappointing. But... I guess. You know, I was waiting for that. I was waiting for something, because, like, the really cool thing about this game, and I really liked it, is that it's like sort of the same style. You could probably tell as like the Telltale story games, where, you know, you're just like walking around, interacting, with a lot of dialogue and dialect choices, but unlike the Telltale ones, like, you can kind of screw things up. And like, those are different in that, like, you know, the story continues, there's minor changes, and it's like not a whole lot is affected. And in a sense, I mean, that's the same because they need to tell the story, but like, yeah, wow. Just to like end it on a complete failure state is really messed up. And I knew it from early on because there were some puzzles where, like, I messed up the puzzle and there was information that I could have had that was left off because I messed up the puzzle. So I was like, okay, so there are like right ways and wrong ways to do these things. And ultimately, I chose the wrong way. Yeah, it was... Yeah. That's very disappointing. I almost want to go back and see what happens if I use the nail, because... Yeah, I mean, I just had to see if I was right. But at least that makes it good for, like, another playthrough. Like, if you want to pick up the game, then you can check it out, get a different ending, and probably survive. And also not get people killed. That's another thing. A lot of people die. I mean, not a lot, a few, but more people died than probably should have. Jeez. That sucks. It sucks because I'm usually so good at these. Like, I mean, like, I'm not that smart, but like, I like to think I'm kinda smart, and like, failing puzzles and games like this is like, okay, I guess I'm not that smart. So like, it's really disappointing. But whatever, I guess I'll just be a big dumb streamer. Okay, well, I guess that's the end of stream, because story's ended, and I have been thoroughly demoralized. Yeah, so, for anyone watching, If you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, follow, hit the bell for notifications. I'm on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, all at Bruce Jinx. Check my Twitch schedule or follow me on Twitter to see any last minute changes to my streaming schedule. Yeah, geez. I think on Sundays I'm gonna do like story games. So next week I'm gonna start this visual novel type thing. Yeah, I'll be seeing you next stream, Slime Boy. I think tomorrow I'm gonna continue origami, or Fortnite, or Subnautica. I'll see what I'm in the mood for. But yeah. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, thanks for chatting, thanks for supporting, I really appreciate it, thank you. And hope that's my voice. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and hope to see you at the next one. Thanks for watching, bye!